What is up, people, and welcome back to some F1 2017 content. If you missed today's previous video, I did my first ever race on F1 2017, and let's just say it didn't exactly go to plan, but definitely go check that out. There'll be a card annotation in the top right hand corner of your screens, and you'll also find a link down in the description below. But for this video, we are going to be driving the classic cars in the 2017 game for the first time. Of course, you have all these 12 classic cars, absolutely beautiful cars, in this F1 2017 game. But the one that I'm most focused on, and the one that I can't wait to start driving, of course, is this 2004 Ferrari F2004. So probably a little bit of background, this is probably my favourite F1 car ever made. This one and the Benetton from 1992. I just love the liveries of both these cars. And I feel like this car was sort of when I was starting to sort of get into F1 a little bit, when Michael Schumacher was driving it. My dad and my mum would be watching Formula 1 downstairs, and I catch it every now and again on the TV. So this car does mean a lot to me, and I think it just looks absolutely fantastic, and I cannot wait to drive it. So let's get into a race with the F2004, not at Belgium because we did that earlier. So what sort of track should we drive around? Brazil, maybe? I'm liking the feeling of Brazil. Okay, Brazil. We're going to go Brazil. Brazilian Grand Prix. No, we don't want to add another track. How do you get rid of a track? Delete track. Why? There we go. Right, Brazil is the race that we're going to be doing. Single class, multi-class, or spec. I think multi-class is the one to do. And we want to start right at the back. So I'm going to do one-shot qualifying. I'm going to start right at the back. And we're going to see how far we can get up through the field. Manual starts and 5 laps. Yeah, let's see how much we can do in 5 laps. Difficulty, as we found out last time, 101 was a little bit too difficult, so we're going to go for Legend this time around, 95, and we'll see whereabouts we are. If this is really, really easy, then of course I know I'm somewhere between 95 and 101, but that is what we're going to be doing here today. So without any further ado, let's get into today's race. Here we go then, race day in this F2004, right to the back of the field for this Brazilian Grand Prix. Of course, we have they're split up into 2 classes. So we have the C1 class, which I believe is the sort of more modern cars, and then the older cars from around the 90s and 80s. Then you've got the C1 class. So it's going to be quite easy to get past those C1 classes. But then once we get into the sort of C2, that's when it's going to be a bit more difficult to overtake the cars. We're very quick in a straight line in this F2004. But through the corners, I've noticed I did a little bit of a lap, a sort of half a lap in the one-shot qualifying. I noticed the back end does like to step out on you quite a bit, which is nice and fun to sort of catch every now and again, but I've noticed you just need to be a little bit cautious on the power, because there just is so much power in this. I believe it's a V10 Ferrari. So, yeah, that is something definitely to note. Don't really need to look at the car setup. So, without any further ado, let's get into this race. And straight away, we have a McLaren. I want to say that's a 1988 McLaren ahead of me. So we've got 5 red lights, and it is lights out, and away we go for this Brazilian Grand Prix. Not the best of starts at the moment. This engine, oh my god, it is so goddamn loud, and some of the other cars, but nice sort of simple overtake down in towards turn 1, and that's nice and fine indeed. We've got a car on the right hand side, so we have to give him room through turn 2. Oh my god, on the power, losing the back end all over the place. That's what I mean with the Ferrari. Just look at the straight line speed that I've got on all these guys going down in towards turn 4. I'm pretty sure that's going to be me overtaking all of the C2 cars straight away. I am 13th overall, so nearly got the job done. We're going to go to the left-hand side of the 96 Williams, I think that is, and there we go, job done on him, and up into P12. Right, what can we do on Clark, who's driving a 1998 or 99 McLaren up the side by side with Clark at the moment. He's going to get the job done, but can we get it around the outside of this hairpin? Yes, we can. Job done on Clark, and there we go, up into P11. Right, now we're trying to get into P10. I believe this is going to be the last of the C2 class cars. So here we go, through this very long left. Oh my god, that's what I mean. That's what I mean about the back end. It can just snap on you so quickly. But here we go, out of that corner. Great acceleration in this Ferrari, of course, and up into P10. And this is where we are going to be having a little bit more difficulty overtaking the guys ahead of me. Of course, they are all in C1 class cars, more modern cars, a lot faster in a straight line than, of course, the C1 cars, and through the corners as well. So it's going to be difficult. I think I've got a McLaren, or is that Ferrari? No, it's a 2007 Ferrari up next. So it'll be interesting to see how long it would take to catch up to him. Going to put up into rich mix while I've got a bit of space, and try and close in that gap. Nice little battle though with these guys ahead of me. I've got about 4 of them. I believe that is the 2008 McLarens and the 2007 Ferraris all having a nice little battle together at the moment. Yes, it is. Is it? I'm not too sure. There's one ahead of him. Yeah, okay, so it's a 2007 and a 2008 McLaren and Ferraris having a battle with each other at the moment. As I am now coming to the back of the Ferrari. Just got to take it nice and easy through that corner. Of course, we do know that the car is going to step out on me at any moment, but we want a nice exit through here. And we're going to have some great straight line speed all the way down towards turn 1. So here we are on the back of Calabresi. Over to the right-hand side. Oh my god, bouncing all over the place. Switch it back for the left, up the inside of that McLaren. And should be a fairly simple move down in towards turn 1, which it is. And there we go, job done on one Ferrari and one McLaren. But here we go, on the back of Forest. This should be a fairly simple move as well. The acceleration and the straight line speed, just so powerful. Down in towards turn 4, job done on him. Up next is Schäfer. I think that's how you say his name. And he's also in a 2007 Ferrari. Of course, that is Kimi Räikkönen's World Championship winning car. So we need to get past him as soon as possible. And there's going to be a case of trying to catch up to, I'm going to say it's probably like the Red Bull, the 2010 Red Bull, because that car is very, very good in the corners. But through the straight, it definitely lets it down quite a lot. So be interesting to see how long it would take for me to catch up to those guys. We've not got long left in this race, but up into P6 should be after this corner. That is pretty decent. So here we go, in towards the final proper corner of this Brazilian Grand Prix. We need a good exit out of there. Try and get the slipstream on Schäfer all the way down in towards turn 1. It should be a fairly simple move. Here we go, on the back of Schäfer, over to the right-hand side, which we do. Oh my god, he bounced off into our path there. Nearly full-on got in my way, but we got the job done around the outside. And now we are up into P6, hunting down this 2010 Red Bull, currently in P5. So hopefully we can get him by the end of the race. Of course, we're going to be so quick down these straights catching up to this guy, but he's going to get us in the corners. So it's very important to note that he's not exactly going to be quick throughout the lap. But neither are we. It's going to be quite even between our two cars. He have the corners, I'll have the straights though. Okay, here we go then. Final lap of this Brazilian Grand Prix. Running a little bit too deep down towards turn 1. That really compromised us through turn 2. And we are losing the back end all over the place through turn 3. That's really cost us. We're struggling, actually, to shake Schäfer in that Ferrari behind us. But can we catch up to the Red Bull? Can we? I'm not even going to try and say the Red Bull driver's name, though. That is Belousov. Belousov. I'm going to go with Belousov. That's his name. But, yeah, let's see if we can catch up to him. I don't think we can. It's going to be difficult, but we'll see what we can do over this lap. So, not quite able to catch up to the Red Bull running in P5, but P6 at the end of the day from the back of the grid. I will take that, especially on a car that we've never driven before. Weaving the wheel in celebration, crossing the line. P6, really decent result at the end of the day. And I thoroughly enjoyed driving this car. Absolutely loved driving this Ferrari. I think it's really nice to drive, and I can't wait really to drive it some more in the F1 game, and of course drive the other cars as well. So that's going to be really nice to drive some of the other cars in this 2017 game. Oh, the overalls are just absolutely disgusting. But there's the podium. Don't really need to talk about that because of course they're not actual real drivers. But Marie Lawson won today's race in the same car. So we know that the F2004 is the quickest car in the game. Lucas Roth in that 2010 Red Bull. So it's very close between the Red Bull, the Ferraris, and the 2004 and 2002 Ferraris there. So it's quite close between. That's why it's so difficult to catch up to those guys and overtake, because we were at such a disadvantage at the start. So not too bad at the end of the day. I would take that. I will definitely take P6 at the end of the day in a new car in the 2004 Ferrari. I've enjoyed it and I cannot wait to start driving some of the other classic cars. Of course, I will be getting into that. I will be driving every single classic car for you guys on this channel at some point. So yeah, you can definitely look forward to seeing all of those videos. But that is it for today's race. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and don't forget to share this video with your friends. And I'll see you next time with a career mode tomorrow. But until then, it's goodbye from me.